channel. Today we're going to be going through all my TBR books that are on my physical TBR. It's actually not a lot, which is kind of like low key. I've been reading, like I've been reading even though I'm in a slump. Like I've been reading though, like low key, like I'm completing it. I'm actually proud because there used to be like 200 books on this, but now there's only like a few, and that's good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this video. So now let's get into this TBR. So if you guys notice, like, it's dark outside. Yeah, it's dark. So the lighting situation is awful. I can tell. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, this is horrible. But anyways, we're going to get on to the first book or book series that's on my TBR. So first we have, if I can hold it all, the flurp. We have the Anne of Green Gables series. I think that's what it's called. Anne of Green Gables series. The reason why I want to read this, okay, is because I absolutely love the show. And I'm like, wait, I love the show so much. Why not read the books, right? And then a lot of people were telling me in the comments that, oh, the books are different. The books are different. Like, I'm aware. I'm aware. The show, like, talks about a lot of issues like racism, sexism, homophobia, like, all those issues. They're not going to be talking about book. It's not going to be words. It's not going to be talked about in this book, and I'm aware of that because these books were written in a time period where those issues were, like, a no-no topic. So I'm aware, and I know. Next, we have Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. So, like, I've had this book on my TBR, not even gonna lie, for a very long time. But the reason why I haven't picked it up or wanted to read it or gravitate towards it is like, I tried reading a chapter and I literally was like, I'm confused. And so I stopped. But I am gonna read it. Trust. Trust. I will read it eventually. Maybe it'll be in like a reading vlog. By the way, you should go check out my sunrise on the reading vlog. So anyways, I will probably read this eventually. I'm just a little scared because like it sounds good, the idea sounds good, but at the same time it's like this is going to be so hard for me to sit through. It's going to be so confusing. It's just like it kind of feels like we're just thrown into the world. Next we have the last book in the Lunar Chronicles. Ooh, it's like I forgot the word. It's like whoa. Sorry. Anyways, we have the last book in the Lunar Chronicles, Winter. I can't really say too much. It's just that, like, the only reasons I haven't really picked this up, low-key, is because this book is 800 something pages. Oh, hell no! 800 something pages. The longest book I've ever read in my life is like 600, maybe 700 pages. 800 something pages. Does it look like I will sit through 800 pages of this? Don't get me wrong, love the story, love the characters, love everything about it, but does it literally look like I would sit through 800 pages of this? No. And also, I don't want to end the series because I really love the series. And so, like, this has been, like, pushed back. I've had this book for a long time now, and it's been pushed back because I'm like, I don't want the series to end. What am I going to do with my life? You know, this book is a classic, and I'm low-key debating whether I'm going to actually continue reading it or if I'm going to DNF. BR. That is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is a classic. This, like, everyone talks about this book, or everyone talks about the movie, and I just want to know the tea. But one thing about me is I low-key have to, well, most of the time, I have to watch, if I see that there's like a adaptation, I have to read the book and then watch that adaptation because it just doesn't feel right if I don't do it like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes it, you understand, So this is Pride and Prejudice. I, like, it's so hard for me to read classics just because they're not written, I don't want to say modern slang, but like it's very old English. And sometimes it's hard to understand. And that scares me. But like I need to adventure out of my comfort zones, which are literally dystopians and fantasies. If you literally can't tell by the bookshelf. Actually you can't. But anyway. it's dystopians and fantasies. I need to move out of my comfort zone and go into a new genre, which is going to be very hard for me. Next, we have The Joy Luck Club. This is by Amy Tan, and I literally picked this up in a half price books in Texas, and I heard one of my favorite booktubers talk about this, and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds so good, right? This sounds so flirpin' good. It does. I read 2 chapters after getting the book, right? I read 2 chapters, I ate it up, and then my idiot self put the book down for another book that I was currently reading at the time. I think it was like The Summer I Turned Pretty or something like that. I put the book down. I was like, you know what? I don't need you right now. I need to read something else. So I put this book down and I read the second or first book, The Summer I Turned Pretty, ate it up. I could make a whole video about those books. But yeah, I'm really like, from the first 2 chapters that I read, I love the storyline so far, and I love how this is so different from a normal genre that I would usually typically read, because I don't read literary fictions, like, at all. Next we have A Writing Desk by Rachel Hogg. I basically got this, and you know, like, one of those cards that the librarians leave out of books that people aren't really reading that are now, like, you can take and get home. Well, I got this from my local library. I was like, this sounds interesting. It's a Christian book about writing, has a romance. I would probably eat it up. Tried reading a chapter or two, and I was like, this is low-key mid. Hey, it's future editing me. I'm so sorry for all the like millennial pauses that are going on through this video. It's frustrating me. It's frustrating me to the point where I want to re-record because the amount of millennial pauses. Whew. Anyways, I apologize and I continue. Next we have Undercover by John Bevry. I'm sorry. I suck at pronouncing names. This is the promise of protection under his authority. As you guys know, if you've read my, like, what is it called? Profile description, whatever the verb. If you read that, you know I am a Christian and I do believe in God. And so this would really help me get closer to God. Recently, I've been, like, kind of struggling. No, let me not sugarcoat this. I've been struggling with my faith and reading the Bible constantly, and I feel like this will help me because it teaches you the promise of protection under his authority. It's not that long, it's pretty short, and I really want to read this before this year ends. Next we have So This Is Love. So This Is Love. It's basically a twisted tale. Like, what if the prince didn't find her? What if Cinderella never tried on the glass slipper? It's like a twisted tale. Like, what if, you know, the traditional ending where she gets married and she marries the prince and she becomes a princess. What if that never happens? And I'm like, wait, this is low-key interesting. Did I say who it's by? It's by Elizabeth Lem. But I will read this soon because it just sounds so good. It sounds so good. It sounds so interesting, and I'm really intrigued. Next, we have Almost There by... I'm not going to try pronouncing. I'm going to butcher it, and I don't want to. This author. And I'm really excited to read this. Again, Princess Tiana is obviously my favorite. That's literally my profile picture. I love her. I love Tiana. I love Princess and the Frog. And so I was like, wait, so what if she actually accepted Dr. Facilier's deal, and she was like, you know what, girl, frick the prince, frick all this, I want my restaurant and I want my dad back alive. Basically, it's what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything. That's basically what it's giving. It's like the part in the movies where they can change something and can go wrong, but they end up. Next we have Renegades by Marissa Meyer. She's one of my favorite authors, y'all. I read Heartless online and I low-key ate it up. Like, that book is my favorite book that I read last year. So anyways, we have Renegades. This chunky girl. The only reason I low-key picked this up is because, number one, I saw an edit with it with Family Line from Connie Gray, and number two, it's because Marissa Myers wrote it. Those are the only 2 reasons. I know nothing about it. Actually, that's lies. I read the prologue and I really liked it. I read chapter 1. I don't want to say I loved it. I thought it was okay. And then I didn't continue after that because I was reading like 7 books at the time. Next we have A Lineage of Grace. This is a book by Francine Rivers. It is a book about the woman of the Bible that we don't really get to hear about. I heard really good things about this, and I really want to read like a historical fiction about the woman of the Bible with also like Bible little things in here, like this, where it's like celebration, seek God's word for truth, asking questions, and it's not just like stories, about them. And I think that's really cool, and I think this could help grow my faith. Next, I have Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, and this is the last book in the Hunger Games trilogy. You might be asking, Kari, you've read Ballard, you've read Sunrise and the Reaping, you've read Hunger Games, you've read Catching Fire, but how the flurp have you not read Mockingjay? And I have an answer. So first of all, number one, I did not have Mockingjay physically when I read Catching Fire, so I waited until I could buy it. And number two, I just need this physically to read it. That's literally the only reason. I need it physically to read. If I don't have it physically, there's no point. I need the whole series. Actually, I love this series so much. You genuinely don't know, guys. And lastly, we have Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is a huge popular series, the Powerless trilogy. And I am on page 40. I hope y'all can see that. 46. It's good, but I started reading this when I was in my slump. I still am in the slump, by the way, you guys. And I don't really know if I want to continue it. Like, I don't know what's going on. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, sorry. I love you and Jesus loves you more. Bye.